Alright, hammock 4 memory, speg leg here. Gonna do a little stove comparison test. Another 4 member was generous enough to let me borrow his original Bongo stove. And gonna test it out against the Bongo Pro 2 that I have. Just curious to see which one boiled the fastest. Maybe which one was more efficient. What I'm gonna do is, the way these stoves work, they're remote feed. You basically squeeze enough fuel in until you see the carbon wick get wet. I'm going to do it out on both and just see how long they burn. See if we get a boil in that time without adding any extra fuel. I mean, you can add fuel, I guess, till you run out of fuel. And due to my lack of video editing skills, I'll probably have to chop these up in a couple different videos, so forgive me for that. But looking at the stoves, I think this is the original Bongo, and you'll see that the fuel inlet is in the top part of the stove where the burner is. Also, that Tinny did a little cutout here, kind of where you wrap the fuel line around. And that the carbon wick, if you look at this one, is right at the top. Okay, same stove, same leg design, remote feed. Alright, here's the Bongo Pro 2. I'll tell you, this one feels a little heavier just picking it up. It's supposed to be just over 2 ounces. You'll see there's no cutout. And I noticed he did this on the new one, he cut it out like the old one. Probably a little lighter, not too bad. And then the wick on this one, which happens to be mine, is set further down in, which he recommends, especially when you're using the simmer ring, which you'll see from other video how that is. But this one actually does come with a simmer ring, whereas the original stove does not, and actually won't fit that. Got a little wider burner top as well. And the fuel on this one goes in at the bottom. Has a little reservoir. So a couple of the differences there. So what I'll do first is I'll actually be setting up the original Bongo stove, and I'm going to boil water. I'm using a GSI Minimalist, their Halulite. Got this neat little pot. The pot goes in everything, and I'm just doing 1 cup of water just for time's sake. Again, due to my lack of editing skills, you're just going to have to trust me on the times that I give you, but I'll kind of show you the stove when it starts to burn and how all that works. So, be back in just a few. Alright, I hope you can hear that. I'm getting a boil. It's about 6.5 minutes. See the flame still getting blue, going strong. This is just about to give us a rolling boil. Which to me that's enough, especially if you're doing a freeze-dried meal or dehydrated, something like that. Steam coming off. The stove continues to burn. Again, that was just 1 squeeze from the fuel bottle, which I would say is probably maybe an ounce, maybe not. So that's the original Bongo Pro. So I'd say about 6 minutes and 35 seconds, give or take, plus or minus a second there. Now we're getting an orange flame. Looks like she may be trying to start to burn out. Got a good boil. Again, this is indoors, no windscreen though. But I used the Bongo Pro 2 on the trail a couple weekends ago, and I was getting bowls in like 7-8 minutes, somewhere in there. Kind of low humidity, so it was working good. So anyway, let me shut this one down. Let's try it with the Bongo Pro 2. See what we're looking at. Alright, got the Bongo Pro 2. Get started here. Tell you something I noticed right away is that the flame on the Bongo Pro 2 is a little bit slower in coming up. I know it burns really well once it gets going. It's almost like the stove has to heat up. Which it doesn't require priming, but it does just seem like it's having to come up a little bit. The flame gets better the longer it's burning. Got the stopwatch out this time, so about 45 seconds. The original Bongo boiled, actually kept burning for about 13 minutes, just on that 1 squeeze. So that was nice. So the flame got really low at the end, but it kept going. Again, boil time was about 6.5 minutes. So we'll see what the Bongo Pro 2 does. Again, I'm not doing any remote feed of fuel. I'm just giving it 1 squeeze to wet the carbon wick, and we're letting it go from there. I'll be back. We'll see what happens. Alright, we're right at 7 minutes, Exactly 7. Starting to get a bowl. Bongo Pro 2. Flame's a little smaller. I'd be tempted to say, and I don't know, that the original Bongo, the burner height, no, they're really about the same. I think I may try this another time, pull the wick higher. Bongo Pro 2. The flame doesn't seem to be as strong directional, which I got a little bit of a freezing here at the moment just from the AC. Kind of dance around. That's really surprising. So we don't quite yet have the rolling bull. And we are at 8 minutes. The original Bongo doing a better job there. And you see the Pro 2 is about to burn out from the looks of the flame. It's not turning orange yet. We're getting close. Tinny's new design really doesn't have this cut that holds the wick. The wick actually is just kind of exposed all the way around. I did have issue with this stove on my last trip when I was doing the gravity feed. I had the bottle uphill. Had doing some camp chores, looked back, the whole thing was on fire, and it actually had overfed and overflowed the sides, which I didn't think it would do. Evidently the pressure was great enough that it did, and everything caught on fire. Thankfully the high temp silicone, didn't burn up or anything like that. But so I don't really do the gravity feed. I just kind of squeeze it as it needs it. And I'll tell you, here we are at 8:57, 9 minutes. We're losing flame, and really, this time I didn't get the rolling bowl. Certainly hot enough to rehydrate a meal. Looks like the original Bongo. I wonder why he made the 2. Because it actually worked better than mine, the Bongo Pro 2. Which now is almost out. You see the orange on the wick? Anyway, that's just a little comparison. Both stoves, I've used both on the trail. Kind of playing around on the last trip. Both worked great, didn't have any issues. But it looks like definitely the original Bongo burned hotter. So, hopefully I'll give some information to you. Anybody has one out there considering one. Both are great stoves. I really like it lightweight. I like the remote feed. It's great for doing pancakes. Other things that maybe you're cooking some stews or things that take a while, or even seen guys do, cornbread, biscuits, other things, the one egg wonder. Tinny's doing a lot of stuff now, like cooking these little cakes, kind of steaming them inside a pot, which I'm going to try soon. So it's great for that, and that you don't have to worry about running out of fuel. You just continue to feed fuel. Keep an eye on your wick to see if it's orange or not. That way you know it's going out. So hope that helps. Talk to you later.